this practice will be one for you to do when you're feeling a little low energy. Maybe you're on your moon cycle, you had a long week. This practice is meant to nurture you in a real holistic way, a real gentle, sweet, and tender way. You'll want to have a few props. You'll want to have a blanket. Everyone here, a couple of blocks, or you can use books or something. You get really creative. We're just going to be using them for support, so even like some firm cushions might work as well. And then if you have a bolster, that would also work, right? I'm sitting on one, just one of these guys. We'll be using that for support as well. This practice will have just a little bit of gentle movement, and then we'll do a few restorative postures. It would be great to do before bed or any other time that you're feeling low energy. We'll begin this practice in a posture called Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose is what it's often called. And we'll use 2 blocks. So I like to do one on the middle setting and then one on the lower setting with a couple inches between the two. And then take your bolster or cushion, whatever you have, over the top. You could even do a folded blanket if you have an abundance of blankets. And then take your other blanket here, unfold it. You want it to be about this size. So it's maybe like 4 feet across or so, 3.5. And then roll it up. Take a seat with your sacrum up nice and close to your bolster, and then bring the soles of your feet to touch. Take the blanket over the top of your feet, and then tuck the tail ends underneath your shins and calves so they come right into the diamond of your legs. From here, use your arms to lower your upper body down onto your mat or down onto your bolster. And then bring your hands out to the side. You can turn the palms of your hands to face up. If this feels like it's too much opening across the front of your chest, you can give yourself a little extra support. Use extra blankets or cushions, bolsters, blocks, whatever you've got to give yourself that little bit of extra support. Pillows would be nice too. And then go ahead and close down your eyes, and I'd like you to just let go of the need to do more, the need or the desire to experience more sensation, and give yourself permission to just be. What does that feel like? Just being here. What does it sound like? What does it feel like? And as you begin to settle into your practice, the idea that we are coming together to practice and the outside world drops away, begin to deepen your breath, but I don't want a forceful breath. I just want it to be soft. I want it to be sweet and to be tender. So no ujjayi. Just allow the breath to slow down. And as your breath slows down, in particular, slow down your exhale breath. Invite your exhale breath to become twice as long as your inhale breath. Invite the muscles of your face to soften, your forehead, your brow, the space between your brows. Invite your eyes to become soft, heavy. The whole body begins to soften into the support of the props beneath you. Feel the earth beneath you, steady, strong, stable. Feel her support. Allow yourself to be nurtured by Gaia. Without opening your eyes, guide your knees up toward one another. And then slowly shift to one side. I like to lay on the bolster for a moment. And come on up to a seat. Eyes can stay closed or even just a soft gaze. Once you're up, go to a seat, upright seat. Feel free to sit on top of a bolster. Hands will come to your thighs or to your knees. And then take the chest forward. And then over to the left and back and over to the right. Just moving the spine in circles. Couple more directions. A couple more times in the opposite direction. That's what I meant to say. Come back to center. You'll come off of your bolster now. Bring it in front of you. And slide on back. You can slide your blocks off to the side. And come into a supported child's pose. A couple of options. You can, if you're on your moon, you have cramps, you could make gentle fists with your hands. And then you'll place them nice down low near your uterus and ovaries. And as you come into child's pose, you can gently make little pulsing or kneading here. Or you can even do like a churning motion, just to kind of soften those muscles, to encourage them to release tension, to release that tightness, to clear out. So if that's you, please feel free to take that option and explore. Not, you'll take the bolster in front of you lengthwise. Knees will come to the outer edges of your bolster. For me, this bolster is a little bit low, so I'm going to take the blanket and fold it and place it on top. If you have a thicker bolster, you might not need to do this, but if you do, if your bolster is thin like mine, go ahead and add an extra layer. and then you'll fold forward. So now you're coming into a supported child's pose. The forearms will rest down, and go ahead and bring one ear down. Allow your hips to sink closer to your heels. And invite your eyes to close. As you rest down onto your bolster, feel free to settle in, wiggle around a little. And once you feel settled, bring your awareness to your back body. Experience your breath in the back side of your body, the back side of your lungs, the back of your shoulders. Perhaps even notice your breath down into your hips. And as you experience your breath in the back of your body, imagine any residual tension from your day releasing out of your body, pouring down through your shoulders and your hips, down through your arms and legs, and out through your hands and feet, down through the floor beneath you, and down into the earth, no longer yours. And as tension flows out of your body, invite in a sense of ease, of spaciousness, savoring this time in stillness and quiet. Bring the opposite ear down. Notice if your shoulders have crept up by your ears. And if they have, let them soften back down. Let your entire body soften into the support of your bolster, of any other props that you're using. Invite your mind to quiet. And if you have a lot of chatter today in the mind, bring your awareness to your breath without changing it. Just witness the effortless rise and fall of your breath. And invite your breath to be your anchor and your guide. Bring your forehead back to center and slowly lift your torso up off of the bolster. And then you can set that bolster off to the side. Come into a tabletop pose and then just stretch one leg long on the mat. Press back through your heel. A gentle stretch for your calf and for your knee. And release. The other side. And release. Come all the way down onto your belly. Get there any way you need to. Move these out of the way. Once you're down onto your belly, I'd like you to pull your right knee out to the side. The knee will go straight out from the hip, and your heel will be right back behind your knee. You're in what's called half frog pose. If having your knee on the floor feels like it's too much sensation, it's a little ouchy on your knee, use a blanket underneath your knee, totally fine. And then stack the hands, so like you were doing crocodile. So the hands are stacked, palms down, and then rest your forehead on your hands. And if that doesn't feel good, you can cactus the arms as well, and then lay down onto the floor, bringing your left ear down. And close down your eyes. Feel the gentle pull of gravity as your body surrenders. Invite the muscles of your arms to soften, your hands. Invite the muscles of your legs and feet to soften. Soften the muscles of your glutes. Soften your belly and your back. Invite your awareness inward. As your awareness moves inward, bring your awareness to the psoas, that deep core muscle that provides stability to your trunk and attaches the pelvis to the spine. Invite the psoas to soften. Lift your head up. Slide your right leg back behind you. Give your hips a little wiggle side to side, and then we'll switch sides. If you used a blanket under your right knee, bring your blanket over to the left. Pull your left knee out to the side so it goes straight out from your hip again. The heel is right back behind your knee. And the leg is relaxed. This is not an active pose. You won't get a deep stretch. Once your lower body is set up, again, you can stack the palms, the hands facing down, or cactus your arms, you choose. This time, if you are cactusing your arms, you'll bring your right ear down. Feel your body melt into this shape. The body relaxed. The mind quiet. And again, soften. Soften down into the earth beneath you. And to come out of the pose, lift your head up. Lengthen your leg long back behind you. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. And then press back maybe into a child's pose or a tabletop pose. Find a little organic movement here. Maybe you add those hip circles, those primal hip circles, moving your body whatever way feels good after those longer holds. Now we'll set ourselves up for a twist. One of my favorite poses. You'll bring your bolster in front of you lengthwise. And again, this bolster is a little bit flat for me, so I like to fold up the blanket and place it over the top and give it a little bit of extra height. You'll come on down to your left hip. Bring your left hip and thigh up nice and close to the short edge of your bolster. And then bring your right knee into the arch of your left foot. So your legs are actually staggered and they're kind of relaxed here. And then turn your torso toward your bolster. Hands will frame the bolster. Then walk your hands down. You can bring either ear down. to come out of the pose, walk your hands back, lift your torso up, press on up, and then we'll switch sides. You can just roll on your hips here and bring your right thigh parallel to the short edge of your bolster, left knee into the arch of your right foot. Again, the hands will come forward to frame the bolster. Turn your heart forward and then lower yourself all the way down. Bring either ear down, whichever feels best for your neck. And to come out of the pose, again, arms lift you up. Take your time, move nice and slow. Our next pose is Shavasana, corpse pose. So once you're up, take that bolster and just take it across your mat. Legs will go over the top of your bolster, and you'll have the bolster or pillows, cushions, whatever you have right underneath the knees. This is a lovely way to release tension in your lower back. Then you can take your blanket and either drape it over your abdomen, which is really nice and nurturing, or you can unfold it and drape it over your entire body, which is also really lovely. You can kind of tuck yourself in. So once you have that bolster set up, you can lay on down. Take your arms out to the side. Wiggle around a little bit, adjust your clothing. Take your ponytail out, and then settle into stillness. Please stay in your Shavasana as long as feels nurturing and right. The divine light in me honors and respects the divine light in you. Namaste.